So what we do is we're a home-like environment, and we respond when there have been allegations of child abuse. And law enforcement or Division of Child and Family Services have decided to open an investigation. They will schedule a time to bring the child and a supportive caregiver here to the center so that they're not being interviewed in some place like a police station, which is what used to happen before children's justice centers were established in Utah. So we have been established for about 30 years through state statute. Really, our whole goal is to be the warm blanket for these kiddos and families when they've found out that there has been this crisis and chaos happening in their kids' lives. And we do that by providing crisis intervention, by providing medical care, screenings, trauma screenings, suicide screenings, and also, we make sure that, that if they need help with therapy or gas vouchers or grocery vouchers, that we are linking them with whatever resources that family is going to need. Before, we were working collaboratively at the Children's Justice Centers. Children would have to be asked over and over again by all of these different disciplines, what happened to you? And as we know, like with child development, what happens when we ask a kid repeatedly, what's happened to you? The kid is going to interpret that as, I'm not believed. And so in order for the child to, again, feel safe to reveal what's happened, and also to know that this is not their fault and that we are here to support them. So we have a pretty consistently high caseload, unfortunately, here in Utah County, where we see about 1,000 new cases of child abuse each year. About 80% of those cases are child sexual abuse, and about 20% are physical abuse. Since COVID, we have actually seen that change. And so we have seen the physical abuse cases increase to about 30% and the sexual abuse cases about 70%. Our budget is not able to keep up. In fact, there have been huge federal funding cuts to victim services nationally, to the point for us, we have been cut over the last 4 years over $500,000, and we're set to be cut another $250,000 next year. This tax increase in Utah County is very pivotal for us to be able to remain providing services to kids at the same level we are now. I actually started interning at the Children's Justice Center probably, 18 years ago now. And I fell in love with this place. As soon as I was interning here, I actually knew this is where I wanted to spend my entire career, because just knowing that there are people in this world who are so dedicated to helping these kids, and that's including law enforcement and our caseworkers and our medical professionals and therapists, and these are angels on earth, really providing these services for kiddos and being with them in the most horrible moments of their life, to support them. For me, there was no greater cause I could dedicate my life to. We do actually collect data back from the families. We ask kiddos to write or draw what their experience was like, and we have several examples of that. And we also give surveys to the families and ask them what this experience was like for them. And the overwhelming response that we get every time was, this is the best place. I hope people never have to go. That coming here is comforting and it's welcoming, and that you never knew that there was this kind of level of support when you're in this type of crisis. And obviously, that's hard, you don't wish that on anybody, but we are here to help those families, and to hear that what we're trying to do is working and they are feeling supported and cared about, I think is just very pivotal for these families in their healing.